In today's episode and this YouTube video, I wanted to share with you something that's very real for me today, and something that just came as I was walking in the forest, and that is of shedding my old self. Letting go of the old version, and how difficult could it be, because we are so attached to who we were and the identity of that women that we used to have been. And in this episode, I wanted to share with you of how it happened for me and how amazing it feels to actually finally let go of it. For months and months, I've been coming across this quote to say you have to let go of your old self to invite the new self, or you have to for something to invoke something into your life, you need to let go of the old version, or you need to clear the space. And I think with transformation, and when we awaken, when we work through and progress through to be a better person or be a better version of ourselves, at some point, there come a point where we have to let go of the old version of us. And it's almost like a death of that old version. And so I went to the forest and I did some yoga and I did some dancing and I did some singing, some mantra singing, as I sat there grounding myself and connecting to nature. As I was walking back, it just came to me. It just came to me to say, it is time to let go of her. It is time to let go of the old version of Marta, the version that didn't believe in herself, the version that bought into the misunderstanding that she's in some way broken, not good enough, that she can't trust herself. In the healing, in the process of healing, when you go through that journey, you do the work. You journal, you go and visit your inner child, you do that work, and at some point, there has to be a point where you are no longer it. You are no longer the version of yourself that you are healing. You are the version of yourself that's empowered. You are the version of yourself that's ready to be invoked, and it's ready to materialize herself. And I had this epiphany as I was in the forest, as I was walking, and I had this epiphany of, oh my God, I'm no longer her. Like, I'm not that version anymore. My awareness, the consciousness that I have, what I do and how I live and how I move through life today is no longer her. And so I sat back down in the forest, and I sobbed and I cried, and I saw myself. In my mind, I saw her. I saw the version of her, the wounded child. I saw the person that's living to please others, that's looking for acknowledgement, that's looking to be seen, that's looking to be heard. That version of me that doesn't believe in herself. She doesn't know who she is. She is a people pleaser. She is a high performer in the negative way. She's a perfectionist. And I sat there and I saw myself, almost like I met myself in my mind's eye. And I stood in front of her and I saw her for all the journey that she went through, all the struggles, all the traumas that she had to overcome, and how she had to go and be resilient and had to keep pushing through. And I saw that version of me at the age of 33, when I started meditation, when something just pushed me towards sitting down and listening and meditating. And that's when my self-development started. And I saw that version of me with so much love and so much compassion and so much acknowledgement for who she is, for who she was, for all the wounds. And that version of me that was prior to me doing all this healing work, that was prior to to me doing this work. And I saw her for who she was. I saw her in her humanness, in her humanity, in her humbleness, in her learning and curiosity, in her making that decision one day that she's going to commit to become the best version of herself, so that she can be of service, so that she can go and inspire women to be the better version of themselves. And I stood in front of her and I saw her and I loved her so much, and I am so grateful to her. I am so grateful for the 33-year-old Marta, for the curiosity, for the willingness, for her resilience, for every tear that she had to cry, and for every moment when she said yes to herself, every moment when she journaled, every moment when she sat down to meditation, every moment she went to the forest, every moment when she connected to others in this very not perfect way, far from perfect. I saw her for the struggle that she overcame. And I arrived and I sat there and with this humbleness and this sense in my heart that I have arrived to the new version of me. And I never realized this has happened, because when we heal, when we go through the journey of healing, it's not something that you can tick a box on. It's not something that there is a roadmap towards it. Everyone's healing and everyone's self-development journey, everyone's awakening journey is different. The way you heal, the time that you heal in, the people that you manifest into your life, people that come to your life at the certain time, with a certain agenda, with a certain teaching for you, this is very individual. And I think it's so important to talk about the healing journey in that way and understand that it's not lineage. It's not linear. It's not something that we can plan. It's not something that we can tick a box on. It is at the moment of being with yourself, did I understand that I am no longer that version of me? That I have shifted, I have changed, I have evolved. And it is time and it is vital for me to let go of the old version of myself, to create space, to create a space for the new identity, to create a space for that version of me that's here to serve, that she's there of service, she's devoted to her work, she's inspired, she's free of addictions. She no longer needs to soothe herself with substances or things or spending money, all of these things. I realized today. That's why I wanted to bring it to you, because it's a groundbreaking shift. And I wanted to share that with you because if you are on the healing journey, if you are on this journey of self-discovery, finding out who you are, learning your boundaries, learning how to be around people, learning how to bring the most authentic version of you into the world, it's so important to understand that there is no pinpoint. There is no moment where you are striving towards. Like, you don't know when it's going to happen for you. And then one day, when you are still enough and quiet enough, you realize that that version of you is no longer invited. You have to love her. You have to integrate her into you, because that version of you brought you to where you are. But it is time to let go of her, shed the skin, Because when you're holding on to the old version of yourself, your demons, your past traumas, your bad behaviors, your things that you really worked on, they will keep creeping in because you have not shifted consciously the identity to the new you. And when you can let go and love her and see her and really have this immense gratitude for this version of you, the old version of you, you can allow for her to die. You can allow for her to shed away. You can allow for her to fall away so that you can step into your power and you can step fully and start integrating the version of yourself that you are working towards, the version of yourself that you know you truly are. At the deep core of your being, the truth of who you are is that authentic, best version of yourself, is the version of yourself that speaks her truth, that she's not afraid to be judged. She's not afraid to be seen. She's not afraid to shine. She's not afraid to serve and come with this very big humbleness in her heart and connect to others, connect to those that are meant to be served by her, whether it is women, like it is for me, or whether it is your children, your husband, your partners, your friends. We are here to influence others. We are here to shift and change. When there is no growth in life, and it's like this in nature, if something's not growing in nature, it dies. So ask yourself a question. What is the version of yourself right now? Have you started integrating the new version? The version of yourself that knows what she wants. The version of yourself that chooses the right food for her body. Who is that version? Are you on the way? Check in with yourself. Are you on the way to get there? Can you name those things that you have changed and look back and acknowledge yourself for all the right decisions that you have made towards the most authentic version of you, towards the version that is aligned with who she is and she lives her life and she follows her bliss and she follows her inspiration? Where are you on that journey? Check in with yourself. Today is a beautiful day for me. It's a day where I allow for my old version of myself to fall away, to die. And I leave her behind, but she's always going to be part of me. But to have the consciousness of a change and consciousness of my new version of me is already arrived, that is powerful. Because now I know and I feel her. And I realized, I was walking in that forest and I said to myself, you have arrived. When did that happen? You are the version of yourself that you want to be. And I'm not saying that my journey is over. It only is just the beginning. Because I'm striving to grow. I'm striving to change. And I don't think I will ever stop evolving. Until I'm here, until I'm alive, until I experience this human body, I will never stop growing. I will never stop evolving. I will never stop expanding my consciousness. That road is never over. That journey is just the beginning. But take the time and be aware. Is the old version of yourself ready to be let go of? Is that version of yourself that no longer serves you, the version of yourself that's been wounded and she is unconscious, is she ready to be let go of? Thank you so much for listening to this podcast or seeing this video. Please share this and subscribe to this channel. It's all womanhood. I come to you with open heart, and I come to you to serve you, to help you be in the most authentic, the most blissful version of yourself, bringing the awareness to you that life doesn't have to be about struggle. It doesn't have to be about you being overwhelmed and tired and constantly pleasing people and neglecting yourself. Putting yourself first is what we are learning, because this is vital for the humanity. It's vital for you, for your happiness, for your life to be thriving and not just surviving. I love you so much. Take care.